Hey, check dig, you dig. So, uh, today's topic is step five. Uh, and step five is admit it to ourselves, to God, and another human being, the exact nature of our wrongs. Okay, this is a business that doesn't regularly take stock of its inventory could go bankrupt. Now, the book says that the first reason we do this is because we might not overcome our drinking or drugging if we don't. If we don't look at the very things that we struggle with, we might not overcome this. It's easy to admit these things to God. It's just you and God. But there's something therapeutic when you admit it to someone you could confide in. So what this looks like is you're going to take your inventory from step four, and you're going to find a couple hours with you and someone you can confide in. They call it a sponsor now, but it used to just be someone you could confide in, someone you could trust with the things that are inside of you. Because most addicts or alcoholics, we live this double life. The book describes it as being an actor, and we have this stage character that we present to the rest of the world, and so nobody sees what's truly inside of us, good or bad. Excuse me, still smoking, obviously. So you have your list, and you put aside a couple hours to do this with someone you can confide in. You do not want to hesitate on this. Let's get this done right away. Once you've wrote your step four, let's schedule that right away with somebody you can confide in, and you know, and put it on the calendar. And so you're going to sit down, and you're going to be very very thorough. Um, and your sponsor's job, okay, is not to make fun, or the person you can confide in, excuse me, is not to make fun of you. It's not really to critique you. All right. Some feedback is healthy, of course. Your sponsor's job might be to point out some areas that you didn't mark down that it might have affected you or another person. For example, if I put on my resentment list that I resented this person, and this is what affected. Well, if it also affected another category, um, my sponsor will probably point that out, and and he'll point it out for me to see that something that I couldn't see in myself. So that's always good. Now, five, six, and seven, according to when AA was first, when the founders first started doing this and working steps with people, five, six, and seven were meant to do in the same night. Now, I'm going to go in depth in six and seven, the videos for six and seven, because these are important steps, as are all of them. But, this is our alone time with God after we just shared everything about ourselves. So, it's where, I won't go into it, but I just want you to know, stay tuned for six and seven. They're going to be really good ones. And again, step five is admit it to ourselves, to God, and another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. And so after you go through this process with the person you can confide in, as they like to call a sponsor, then you're going to go home or wherever you are, and you're going to go into that quiet place with God. And that's all I got. It's to be continued. Again, this is KB. aka Ryan. It's getting warmer out there, thank God. And so I'll see you in the next one. I love you guys. Keep praying. One day at a time.